Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Demise, Rise of the Kutan. We're going to be continuing our Revenge of the Tavern Keeper content adventures as we continue down to meet the Dragon Princess. What's our current goal? I think this is attainable with where we're at. Maybe not without some dangers, but you know, what is a little danger between friends? Well, even towards the end of the content, the fastest way I always found to get down was largely just to keep getting the journeyman key. Although Boris is also pretty close. If you didn't want to wander all the way through this. But that's probably the easiest way for a solo character to keep getting down there. Because otherwise, if you had a party, different people could have different shortcuts. But this gets you down here without having to use one of them. So fortunately, this seems to still be cleared from before, so we aren't going to have to fight literally everything. That's convenient for us. Though it could technically respawn whenever it wants to, so we might have to fight anyway soon. We might even have to fight our way out. Then we take a side path here. Oh baby, it's you guys. You could be a problem. It's very hit and miss though. Like, as long as they don't corner you and you get stuck in the room for the first few rounds, you usually can kill them. And we probably trimmed it down enough that we could just blast it out at this point. There we go. The neat thing is, if we actually get in here and fight dragons, oh shit, don't get trapped. I went one square too far, but at least they hadn't caught up to us yet. That's the point when you want to start running. If you keep your eyes open, you might just get out alive. Don't get too greedy with going forward, that's for sure. Like I said, it comes down to whether you can get out of the room or not. It's a bit hit and miss in hallways because essentially they could all just pull to the forward and trap you in. Sometimes they sit out of range and sometimes they all pile up at the entrance. There's usually no in between. But yeah, the safer answer is just go like one square at a time and make sure that you don't get too greedy with moving through quickly. This doesn't actually lead as a shortcut, I just like jumping up there. So this right here is where she's chilling. Could talk to her. Dragon Princess. Greetings once again. The princess seems a little stressed. You have done so much. You are getting noticed. You must be very careful as you travel below. Oh yeah, this is actually the second thing she says, not the first thing. The first thing she says is, "Hey, go talk to my pet." And there's some blah 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 stuff. I did speak it out in my my team play. I don't actually remember everything she said, but there's a bunch of these death adders in here, so they could be a problem if you're not careful. The side path here leads up to her pet, though, who is a little tiny, like, little lizard named Peely, who will tell you about a companion of theirs that is gone missing. And it all leads back around to here. So technically, we've already passed this quest. Oh no, she tells you, actually what she tells you about is the oaks, that's right. She tells you about the oaks, so you can go off and go meet them. That's right, that's what it was. That leads into the next quest. We're gonna poke our nose in here and see what we can do about dragons. Some dragons are not so bad. Some dragons are quite rough. We were at an advantage because we were around the corner. They couldn't attack us. I took advantage of that. I'm not gonna lie. They can't hit us, that's their problem. Yeah, so I think as long as we are in a warrior class, we have a decent chance of killing some of these groups. But it's not 100% safe. They do a lot of melee damage as well as breath damage. And all of these lead back into each other, as you can see, so... It's good gold, but is a bit dangerous, so yeah. Not gonna go too far into this for now. We could go wander around town, I suppose. Yeah, while we did fine against the base dragons, I think if we come across dragoons, we're just in a whole heap of mess of trouble. So, I don't think we need to go pushing that boundaries right now. At least not till we start getting to the more advanced weapons. Which, honestly, we're kind of getting closer. Oh, actually, we lost one of our items. Well, we don't need to We don't need to bite off more than we need to. Let's actually just go back. We're gonna probably have to clear partially. Looks like they decided not to give us much to fight, actually. Most of those weren't even aggressive. Oh, you guys are. Yeah. We'll kill them. We're better at this than they are. Yeah, but they destroyed our life stone, which is just stats, so we don't use it for anything else. But still, we don't need to be fighting at a disadvantage, and we can just easily go back and get another one. Looks like this place is still partially cleared. I'll take it. And sending us on a different quest. Cube of Flames. Well, I think we can just buy that, most likely. We'll worry about that when we try to level up. Otherwise, we will, of course, just forfeit the money it takes to get past it. But that was another quest done. We talked to the Dragon Princess. Okay, let's go replace our lost item. Okay, that's all it was. Cool. Well, the next quest is to go see the Oaks of Dodona. And the way to get there could be a bit of a mystery if you hadn't done a lot of exploring early on. Like, I found the portal to it a very, very, very long time before I could use it. And I wondered what it was for my entire early playthrough. It's actually easier to get there from up here, though. So basically, at the top of one of these trees is a teleporter. It's the big one right here. Bam. Now this place is not the easiest to get around. And there is some dangerous stuff, like those are the annoying snakes we've been fighting. We can fight them. I would actually prefer not to, so let's kind of just walk around them for the most part. I'm not actually sure if these guys are easily blasted or not. I'm still not sure if they're easily blasted or not, because I don't feel like we fought them pretty fairly, but I guess fighting them fairly is not a requisite. You just gotta get to where you want to get to. I mean, this quest doesn't require any fighting at all, technically. You just have to come here and see the Oaks of Dodona and get out of here. Well, that didn't keep us alive. I guess they just attacked us. So now I know druids are going to attack us. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Ouch. Fortunately, we didn't really lose much. We just got killed. That's also really good knowledge. That means we are going to have to fight those guys or find a way to take care of them in the future. Because if you're evil, they will apparently just attack you randomly. The problem is there's an awful lot of them. The good news is that we've largely cleared the way. The bad news is those guys are right in our way. They also got first strike because they attacked first, whereas if we attacked them, it would be a little different. But I think that they are likely to kill us. So this could take a few rounds. I mean, they were very dangerous even for our full team. There we go. So I talked to them before they attacked. So they killed me, but I got the item we needed. This is what we needed, the obsidian carving. The problem is I was going to try to read what they said, but they killed me too fast to read it to you. So, unfortunate. My team one did in fact read that out, but obsidian carving is what will let us use the teleporters properly. So we would have needed this. So I'm going to count that as a success. We got the item we needed. So let's look at what the next quest is. So the next quest is to find Pilly's companion and bring back something useful. Okay. Well, this one is also probably doable, but I don't know if Pilly will join me. That's the only real, like, question here. Oh, actually, well, we could just, so the thing is that it's faster to get to this from Boris's anyway. So we're gonna take the Boris road. Now that I consider it. But what's crazy is that this will put us at the 6th quest done already. If we complete this one. And we literally just started Revenge like 2 streams ago. Yeah, let's change weapons. Now I am gonna try to get this gold out of here before we actually go do the quest, but that will also help me make sure the escape route's clear. Yeah, I'm not gonna definitely be able to finish all of these at this level for sure. I have a feeling I know when it's gonna be a problem. When I have to fight dragoons. I either need significantly stronger blasting, or I just have to be willing to die a few times to get by them. Like, when it comes to those last few quests, it's gonna be real rough. This is probably not clear still. We're just gonna make sure that it's cleared. Well, some of it's cleared. I tried to steal from us, but it actually, I wasn't able to keep it. Oh man. We didn't get to cast the first round. What I do like is that they're also running, which does reduce the net count even more. And that will be completely cleared. Cool. Oh, they're giving us another quest. Dark Demon. I guess we'll go figure out where that is as best as we can. I mean, it's probably the same places we've been fighting, but there's some variation. Let's find out. Well, they do show up in groups, it looks like, so they could be there, but they're also probably naturally spawning on 21 to 22, so let's go check. But demons are a little bit more common than some of the other ones, so we could probably find them without too much trouble. In fact, we could probably check out the fire areas and see if it's just kicking around here. Let's go find a demon group. Most of these groups are devils, but there should be some demons kicking around too. Why are they all devils? I don't see any actual demons. Okay, then let's go to the main part. They should be kicking around. If we don't see anything quickly, we could always just go to where we think they'll be. Now that's where we saw the cobras. That's why it sent us down here before. They're a secondary group. I thought so. So it thinks they're on 23. Okay. We can work with that. You know, interestingly enough, there's a bunch of demons that are up in that northwest eastern part. We could go check that out. We could just get lucky and it's just chilling in there. Might as well. But there's also a stairwell up to 23 there as well. So if it doesn't work out that it's in there, we can get to where they should be naturally. There we go, that's probably it. There we go. Mission solved. Cool. And with that, we're still making a net positive on gold, so now they cost 150,000 gold. Okay. Alright, so let's go find their friend. So from Boris's area, we go to that water area on the left. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to kill these. So back where we were fighting all those bottom feeders, there is a place we need to get to. I'm not gonna full clear. Like, we could easily pin here, like, for a long time. But that's not the goal. The goal is actually to do the quest. So we're gonna try to do the quest right now. Now I'm gonna keep doing the quests until we hit a wall that I don't think we can get past. Oh, wait, we can clear these. Well, let's do a straight line to the door. So we can get in here because we have that medallion on us. So you talk to him and he would join you. But because of that, I don't think he will because we've already gotten him before. The soft voice in your mind speaks. The Underwelton Empire must be stopped, but we have no power here. In our realm, we would have crushed them aeons ago. Yeah, so talking to him at this point has him not join us. Okay, yeah, so we can't do that anymore. So, apparently, he's not going to join us. So, instead, what we can do is just run past him because we can just assume that they've joined us at this point because that's the only way to make this work. We got to put on the Obsidian 1. This is going to expose us to some danger because we had to take our blessings off. Oh, this is going to be real dangerous. I don't know if we can blast them. Which square are we on, actually? We're probably actually dead here. I don't know if we can actually blast them. I had to test it. I didn't think it was likely we had to get it. So it takes us to right here. So I'm not going to count this as a victory because you also have to go and get the item and and we haven't done that. So yeah, we're going to have to get back in there and do that a few times. But it's not anything we couldn't have done if we were willing to accept a few deaths. But you do have to have the medallion. And you do have to wear it to go into the teleporter properly. So yeah, the way I would do it if you were solo and you didn't have any problem with it is you'd want to go through and clear your way out, then get your companion and go through it. Which is what I would have done. Unfortunately, he won't join us the same way. So, originally you just had to talk to him, and he would join. So as long as we don't die from when we see him to when we get there, I'm just going to assume that we've made it. So if I clear a path for that to have happened... I just paused it in case they would fight us. I'm gonna try this. Nope, that didn't do it. The problem is that we don't have a way to go in and out of the room from here, so we have to literally make a spot. We did kill some of them, though. And at some point, it will be more manageable. But the main problem is that we start off in the middle of a big old room with a whole group of them, so not much we could do about that. The other unfortunate thing is it's a triple group of frickin' morbids. So we definitely got almost the worst group we could have. We've cleared out one group of them. This is gonna be just like when we went and got the guild crest. We're gonna have to take like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 deaths. But we will get that room clear. And technically we only have to make it like 1 room over afterwards. Yeah, see if we get down to a lower level of them, I can experiment with elements to see like if morbids can be hit with any elements. I just couldn't do it with a full group breathing down my neck. Got him. Well, these aren't morbids. They're not safe, but there's not a like 35 dragons breathing down our neck like it was last time. So you see that book on the ground in front of us? That's all we need to pick up. This right here, if we bring this back, we would have this quest complete. So, well, you also have to bring the pet, so we have to make our way out. So this is actually a dangerous room. Let's see if the other side is any safer. Yes, this is safer. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. See, if we had a room to go in and out of, we could do this. And have a decent chance of being okay. So I'm gonna test out some elements. How about paralyzed? Nope. I really highly doubt it's fire. Nope. We were doing cold already. We tried lightning. I sincerely doubt it's impending doom. Nope. Well, we're gonna go through everything. We're gonna see if morbids are hurt by anything. Nothing so far. If they aren't, then it's just you gotta melee them, and that's unfortunate. It's definitely seeming like it. Yep, can't even use Morkel. We tried. Yep, melee it is. Hope you're ready to fight. Well, we're not out, but we are part of the way out. Technically, we don't have to fight this group. They decided they didn't want to fight. Okay. We don't have to fight this group either. And now we've got two friends, making it a little easier to get out. I mean, if we make it to the stairs, we have made it out, essentially. These ones don't want to fight. This also doesn't want to fight. Nope, not fighting. This one we might have to fight. Well, they beat up our friends a little bit. Do not fight these guys, you'll regret it. And now we are back to here. So, if I had the friend and they had died, you can just resurrect them. That's how we did it anyway. Like, we just brought them and resurrected them, I think. Alright. Yeah, you'd come around here, you'd see this, you'd come here, and then you talk to Peely. And yeah, they would join up and you'd get the quest complete. And then you just walk around and walk your little candy ass out as you wish. And this would be the quest complete, because we didn't die on this time. And we've got the book, so we're good. Technically, if we die at this point, it's still fine, because we've got the book and we walked out, you know? To the point where we could give the companion over. We are, of course, going to see if we get all the way out, but it doesn't matter, technically, if we're completing the quest. So electrocute works better on these guys too, but they're also hard to kill with a single one. Oh, woodmans. They're kind of annoying. We never did find out what they're hit by. But I guess it doesn't truly matter right now. I think it's pretty safe to say we're likely to get out at this point. And it stayed clear because we cleared it right before, so we are looking just fine for getting out. Bam. Let's resurrect our friend. We even brought home a dragon. Couple of levels, and that puts us on the next quest. So we brought home this. We can't really turn it in, but we got it. We did it. Alright, let's go see what the next one was. There's only a couple left, so 27, 37 I think it was. So we have to go and talk to the Lemurian elders, I think they are. And the next quest would be to visit Maruk's quarters. So those two are also fairly doable, although not easy. Killing the Leviathan might be spicy. And actually going into the hatchery and killing Maruk, that's where I think we might be in trouble. The last two, I think, are where we'll have a lot of trouble. But we did much, much better than I suspected we would. Well, thank you all for watching. I'm probably gonna call it here for now. I do hope y'all take care, and we'll continue seeing how far we get with this before we get stopped in the future. I'll see ya next time. Bye-bye, y'all.